Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Lumasonic. Today we are going to take a look at the Heloideo, if I'm saying it right. It is a portable charger that is great for taking with you just about anywhere that you need to charge something via USB. Whether that's a remote control for a drone, whether it's your phone, whether it's a battery, all kinds of things this thing will charge, and I'm going to show you all the features in just a second, so stay tuned. So first of all, it has a plug built into it, which you can see right here. This little plug folds in, and what's cool about that is normally with these type chargers, you aren't able to actually, you have to keep the plug with it separately. But with this one, the plug is built in, folds out very conveniently like that. It is a US plug. I don't know if they make actually different country plugs, but this one is for a US North American plugs. It's got a battery indicator, so when you push this little button right here, it shows you how many lights are lit up. So you simply charge it by plugging it in, and then this tells you how much of a charge it has. In this case, it's got full charge because I charged it last night. And then the other cool thing is it's actually got two cables built into the side. One of them is a USB cable, which is useful for charging USB devices, including Android phones. The other is a full-size USB cable, which I don't know many things that charge with this size cable, but I don't know. That's a good question, what you would charge with something like this, but I imagine there are cases where you would charge with something like this. But it's nice because the two of them fold right into the side. The thing is very low profile. Comes with this handy little carrying case so it doesn't get scratched up. Also comes with a thank you note and instructions. As far as specifications go, this thing is 5,000 milliamp hours. Now, for those of you who don't know what milliamp hours are, think of it as like a gas tank. The higher the milliamp hours are, the more it can hold, and the more charges you can get out of it. Most of the little sticks that you see for recharging might be somewhere between 1,500 milliamp hours and 2,000 or 3,000 milliamp hours. So this one is pretty significant, and it's not small. You know, it's about the size, actually, pretty close in size to my iPhone 6. So it's kind of funny because I was thinking about if I needed it to charge the iPhone 6, which it's supposed to be able to do several times. It is a good size because it's almost exactly the same size as the iPhone 6. So I wanted to show you real quick a couple of use cases. Number one is charging something like the iPhone 6. What's cool about it is you can actually charge more than one thing at the same time. It's got two built-in cables. It also has these two ports down here in the bottom which allow you to plug in other types of cables. So it does not have a lightning cable, but it does have these two ports in the bottom. Now, one thing to keep in mind, one of these ports is 2.4 volts, the other is 5 volts. With things like an iPhone, they take advantage of slightly higher voltage. The iPhone comes with the little white brick that everybody might be familiar with if they have an iPhone. This is a 1 volt brick. This little thing produces 1 volt of power, so your phone charges fairly slowly on this. With the 2.4 or the 5 volts on the bottom here, theoretically your phone will charge faster. Now, I know the iPhone 6 I think can take advantage of up to 1.6 volts, and it's safe to plug it into 2.4 or 5. It just doesn't charge any faster than if it is plugged into 1.6. So charging it with this device will actually charge it faster than charging it with this device because you're taking advantage of the 1.6 volts, whereas this only does 1 volt. If that all sounds confusing, the point is that this thing with a 2.4 and a 5 volt charging ports will charge things faster than your normal iPhone brick. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it into the 2.4, and I'm going to plug in my lightning cable, and I'm going to plug in my phone, and you see it coming to life here, and it is charging. Currently it is 90% charged, and it is charging right now. Now the cool thing is, let's say I'm out in the field flying my Mavic, and I've got my remote from my Mavic right here, and it's getting low. Well, of course, I use my phone as my device to see all the features on the Mavic. You know, it's part of the whole setup. If you aren't familiar with the Mavic, the phone actually goes into the bottom of this remote right here, and you use it as your screen, basically. But let's say I'm getting low on a charge with both my phone and my device, my remote control. I can actually plug in the remote at the same time, like so. And by the way, this is actually the cable that comes with the Mavic, the charging cable that comes with the Mavic. And then plug it in down here, like so. And now you can see this is charging. And so I was at 96% and now it's charging. And you can see the little lights there are blinking. So basically, this is going to be my backup power supply to charge my phone and or Mavic remote in the field if I'm out flying. But you can charge a lot of other things with it too, right? It's going to work with different types of phones. It would work with an iPad. Now an iPad or a bigger tablet would take advantage of the 5-volt charging port. So that's something to consider if you're going to plug that in, use the 5-volt on your bigger devices and use the 2.4-volt on your smaller devices. All said, I really like this little charger. I'm kind of excited to have it in my bag of tricks. I can't tell you how many times I've gone out to fly or been out in the field all day and found out that my phone is getting low. It's nice to have the ability to actually charge things up without having to go back to my car or find a plug somewhere. One other data point worth mentioning is using the iPhone 6 as a benchmark. I have not tested the number of full charges I can get from a fully depleted iPhone 6 myself. I've only used it to top off my phone and only used it to the point where I plug it back in. I haven't let the battery go all the way down on this. However, from several reviews I've read online, you can get about 2.5, 2 and some change charges with an iPhone 6. So I would imagine the same would be true for an Android phone or Samsung or a Pixel or something. So count on about 2 full charges of your phone from completely depleted or close to completely depleted with a little left over. I'm going to post a link in this video for you to get your own Heloideo. Again, if someone knows how to say it, please put it phonetically in the comments. And hope you enjoyed the episode. If you want to check it out, you can. Oh, by the way, it is less than $20 on Amazon, which is a pretty great deal. So if you want to check it out, follow the link in the description. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.